Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In this week's package, Nigeria Customs Service, South-South Development Commission forge partnership in economic advancements, orders. Nigeria Customs Service holds 2025 Comptrollers Retreat, task participants on higher level of integrity, optimum outputs. Other reports will also come your way in the course of the program. Thank you for joining us. I am Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim. Please sit back, enjoy, and stay informed. We will be right back.
A viral social media post currently circulating online claims to provide a breakdown of the number of candidates shortlisted per state for the final stage of the 2025 Nigeria Customs Service recruitment exercise for the Superintendent cadre. The service wishes to categorically state that the publication did not originate from the Nigeria Customs Service or any of its authorized communication channels. Members of the public, particularly applicants on the ongoing recruitment exercise, are therefore advised to disregard the circulating information in its entirety. For clarity, the Nigeria Customs Service recruitment process commenced with an official advertisement on 27 December 2024. Through which a total of 573,523 applications were received across the Superintendent, Inspectorate, and Customs Assistant cadres. Following a rigorous documentary screening, 286,697 candidates were shortlisted and invited to participate in the first phase of the computer-based test, CBT, which was conducted in batches to ensure fairness and system efficiency. While candidates from all cadres participated in the initial CBT, only successful applicants under the Superintendent cadre were invited to proceed to the second phase of the test. This stage, which will hold across designated centers within the 6 geopolitical zones, aligns with candidates' states of origin and forms part of the service's commitment to transparency, merit, and inclusiveness in its recruitment process. All official updates regarding the recruitment exercise are communicated directly to shortlisted applicants through the NCS Recruitment Update portal at www.updates.customs.gov.ng. The Nigeria Customs Service remains firmly committed to a fair, free, and credible selection process consistent with global best practices and in line with the principle of federal character. Applicants and the public are hereby urged to rely solely on verified NCS communication channels for authentic information and to refrain from sharing or acting on unverified reports capable of causing misinformation or exploitation. It is evident that the Nigeria Customs Service's doors remain open to fruitful collaboration with the view to moving the nation forward in its service delivery. More so that collaboration forms part of the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi's policy thrust. On this occasion, it is the newly inaugurated South-South Development Commission that is received at the service's corporate headquarters.
I can't overemphasize the critical role the Nigerian Customs Service plays in terms of revenue generation in the region. You also involved in border protection with any other way alongside the other law enforcement agencies, and by virtue of your presence there's a lot of trade facilitation that follows compliance, and this is because the customs that you have met today and you're putting on these reforms is doing quite a lot down south, from the field needs assessment and the questions we've been asking before we came to you here. So I am positioning the South-South Development Commission as your partner for regional economic integration, security, and all manner of development when it comes to customs services, down south.
Usoro Akpabio highlights other possible areas of collaboration between the commission she leads and the Nigeria Customs Service.
We would partner with you subsequently under our infrastructural programs for long-term goals in terms of improving access routes. We would work with you for logistics hubs and inland container depots just to ease congestion and improve efficiency. So we would also look at developing with you programs for youth and women, small businesses to align with your customs trade facilitation agenda within these small communities around the borders.
Responding, the Comptroller General of Customs underscores the importance of collaborating with the Commission.
We view operations that is happening in that sense as very, very crucial to the operation of Nigeria Customs Service. The success or otherwise of what we do in the South can actually impact our overall performance as a service.
He assures of the service's sustained partnership with and support to the South-South Development Commission.
We will wholeheartedly support the work and the operations of the Commission. We will explore ways of forging partnerships with you, and we will actually propose that we could set up a joint team from the Commission and the Customs that will serve as the standing points for exploring whatever we can do together.
Bashir Adini emphasizes Customs' presence in the South-South in terms of zonal office, vibrant commands, as well as bonded terminals and warehouses, among others, which enhance the economy of the zone and the nation at large. With a view to broadening their knowledge and mindset to properly deliver on their next set of responsibilities, the Nigeria Customs Service has organized a one-week retreat for newly promoted Comptrollers of Customs, tagged 2025 Comptrollers Retreat. The message from day one of the retreat is clear, as put to the participants by the Comptroller General of Customs represented.
To whom much is given, much is expected. I know that the achievable rank of any custom officer is to reach the rank of controller, which is the last promotable position. But be that as it may, I believe it is the core responsibility that the service is going to achieve something in terms of its output, because largely and to a large extent, I will repeat, you will determine the image which this service is going to be adjudged with. With that responsibility, it is expected that you are going to be superhuman kinds of custom officers in the few months to come. I will urge you that wherever you find yourself, try and lead by example. The era of high-handedness, the era of recklessness, the era of unobtainable, unbecoming conduct is over. We are expecting high level of integrity and responsibility from you.
The one-week event features presentations by resource persons on various areas of customs operations, and as the retreat closes, the need for the newly promoted comptrollers, who are also the participants in this context, to justify the investment in them through this retreat forms the core of the Comptroller General's message as represented.
You are implored to justify the time and other resources invested in this retreat. The investment was made by the service with the absolute support and guidance of the CGC himself. He has therefore directed, and I re-emphasize saying, that there is need for you not to rest on your oars. This emphasis is not unrelated to the high expectations the government and people of our great country have on the service, and we cannot afford to fail. Although we may have challenges, we sincerely believe that those challenges will be surmounted. With the enormous tasks before you and the expectation of successes from you, it makes it clear, therefore, that together there is no looking back and no going back. We can deliver, and on your behalf and I'm sure you share this with me. We will deliver.
Some of the participants bear their minds.
It's a privilege to be among those promoted and to be among those selected to attend the retreat. So this retreat affords us the opportunity to know so many things about the department. Coming to this retreat now, it opened our eyes, gave us a broader knowledge of things we ought to know. And with this retreat, we know what to do when we go out, when we are given our different responsibility to carry out our duties.
This retreat that we've undergone is it's a very special kind. Special kind in the sense that you only get to experience it once, and it is only when you get to the peak of your career in terms of the administrative rank that you're supposed to reach. So it has been an enlightening 5 days. It has been informative. It has been also challenging with regards to the issue of being responsible and having a lot of expectations upon your shoulders.
As they assume higher responsibilities as customs controllers, the service expects the newly promoted controllers to be diligent, proactive, and be able to make the best use of both material and human resources that will be at their disposal for the benefits of the nation and the citizenry. The National Single Window Stakeholders Engagement Forum holds in Lagos. The forum, jointly organized by the National Single Window Project Secretariat and the Nigeria Customs Service, seeks to create awareness, provide an update on what the Single Window Secretariat has done so far, and look at the key milestones that would be achieved as the first phase of implementation of this initiative. Drawing participants from government agencies, import and export sectors, and trade associations, the forum sees Assistant Comptroller General Mohammed Babandede stress commitment of the Nigeria Customs Service to the success of the initiative as he gives the opening remarks.
The more we make our ports efficient, the more it will be competitive. And so also our manufacturers and stakeholders will be able to predict what will be the outcome. The Customs Service is ready to partner, willing also to partner on this single window project. On our own, with the collaboration of WCO, we have already making use of some trade facilitation tools like the advanced ruling, AEO, time release study. All these are tools so as to bring in efficiency and effectiveness into service delivery. Nigerian Customs Service has also introduced an indigenous platform, Bodugu, so as to facilitate the trade and to ensure that the ease of doing business in our port is easy.
Panel sessions where various issues relevant to the success of the Single Window Initiative, including global benchmarking, coordination, and cooperation among trade actors, are deliberated to form part of the stakeholders forum.
Nigerian Single Window is not just a technology platform. Under the WCO guidelines, we have some initiatives that is being supervised by tariff and trade, like the AEO, authorized economic operators, advanced ruling process, time release process, and just recently, Nigerian Customs Service launched the one-stop solution. Not just a single window, consolidates these automation processes that Nigerian Customs Service is all about. And it enhances the competitiveness of Nigerian Customs Service and everything about Nigerian Customs Service.
In line with international best practice, all our systems designed in ICT are ready to integrate with any system via API or any technology means. And for National Single Window, there's no exemption. As soon as everything is kicked, we are ready to connect to them via API or through other transmission method to the central gateway that will be provided for such integrations.
Participants are also given the opportunity to seek clarifications through an interactive question and answer session that allows them to engage directly with project leaders. National Single Window Initiative aims at simplifying Nigeria's import and export process through a unified digital platform, as it is designed to allow importers and exporters to submit all required trade documents through a single digital portal, connecting all relevant government agencies and reducing bottlenecks in the clearance process. The launch of the first phase is expected to take place in March 2026, while the second and third phases are projected to be completed before the end of 2026.
Happy birthday, I'm a friend. One more year pandemic.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, on behalf of the officers and men of the Nigerian Customs Service, joyfully celebrates the 80th birthday of a distinguished leader, Dr. Bello Haliru Mohammed. As Comptroller General from 1988 to 1993, Dr. Mohammed steered the Nigerian Customs Service with vision and integrity, setting standards that continue to inspire generations of officers. His legacy of discipline, innovation, and service remains woven into the fabric of the institution. Today, we celebrate not just the passing of time, but a lifetime of impact. A man whose leadership helped shape the customs of yesterday and strengthen the customs of today. Happy 80th birthday, sir. May your new chapter be as remarkable as the legacy you've built.
In line with the Comptroller General of Customs policy thrust of consolidation, collaboration, and innovation, the SEME Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has intensified its collaborative move as it engages its stakeholders with the aim of fostering unity of purpose in taking the nation to promised land.
We want to find solution to Lagos-Abidjan Road, especially in SEME axis. We want to see the growth of commerce in SEME. And we look at it, what do we do differently to reduce crime to the barest minimum at SEME border? The more we facilitate trade, the better for our country. My CGC, working on the directive of the President, believe one thing, trade facilitation, empowering our people and creating a conducive environment for them to trade. And when you trade, legitimate trade, crime will be reduced completely.
In their separate submissions, heads of security agencies and other stakeholders applaud the idea behind stakeholders' engagement, believing it will bear the desired fruit. One of the complaints by the stakeholders at the engagement is the issue of multiple checkpoints at the SEME axis, and Comptroller Wale Adenuga assures
that he has just introduced in the Nigerian Customs Service is what we are going to work with, and we are working directly with it. SEME Command has reduced its checkpoint to 2 to the approved checkpoints. That's Agbara and Baji. And conveniently, we are working with the ACG. So we are working closely with them so we can bring together the FOU and SEME Command. I can assure you with what the CGC has directed last week meeting, when he held meeting with all the controllers, SEME Command will be a key point in implementing its policies and drive the total reduction of checkpoints along SEME Road.
We have the perspective of stakeholders.
This type of meeting we're having, if we're having it constantly, it will help a lot of things in our community, in our area, and even the revenue generation too will really go a long way when everything is in order. So we appreciate him for this type of meeting. All the officers there, they've all gotten all our complaints, and I know by the special grace of God, Oga is giving us assurance that henceforth we will meet that type of checkpoint on the road. All those unnecessary stress they're giving us, Oga is taking it off our body.
This meeting is a great meeting. It's a meeting that gives us a good feeling. It's a meeting that will change the system of work of the border, especially the new controller at the border today and the new controller of custom of Benin, together with the new controller of custom of Nigeria. Together, we will make a great things by the grace of God.
The two-day engagement has brought together stakeholders, both from Benin Republic and Nigeria, in order to forge a common ground to enhance legitimate trade across borders, enhance security, and reduce crime rates. Having earlier intercepted 700 bags of donkey bones and 2,500 pieces of donkey skin as part of its sustenance of commitment to stemming illegal wildlife trade, Federal Operations Unit Zone B again demonstrates interagency collaboration, where it hands over the intercepted items to National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRIA. Prior to the handover, however, Customs Comptroller of the unit, Comptroller Aminu Sule, laments the ugly trend of illegal wildlife trade.
Wildlife trafficking is often linked to international organized crimes, including money laundering, arms smuggling, and drug trafficking. These crimes do not only harm the environment, but threaten national and regional stability. Nigeria is blessed with rich and diverse wildlife species. Unfortunately, the increasing exploitation and illegal trade in wildlife, including trafficking of donkeys' parts, poses a grave threat to our ecological heritage. Let me emphasize that donkeys are under threat in many regions due to unsustainable harvesting driven by international demand. Their mass slaughter and export undermine rural livelihood, food security, and ecological balance.
The necessary documents are signed and handed over to NESRIA's state coordinator in Kaduna, Hene Emmanuel, eliciting this comment.
Look at the savannah, this our region. These wild animals, like the donkey that we're talking about today, it's a very habitable place for them. But as a result of unhealthy harvesting, most of them has disappeared. And so NESRA will continue to rely on partnership of agencies like yours, who are always there in every nook and corner, and with intelligent reports that has been coming, you have been utilizing it and getting these culprits.
Comptroller Sule reassures.
Our action today is fully aligned with the national strategy to combat wildlife and forest crime 2022-2026. We will continue to build on this partnership with NESRIA and other key stakeholders to strengthen enforcement capabilities through regular joint trainings, enhance intelligence sharing, streamline case management and prosecution, and improve border surveillance technologies.
As he takes members of the media round for a formal handover of the items, Comptroller Aminu Sule uses the medium to urge all hands to be on deck to ensure the continued success of the fight against illegal wildlife trade.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of the program. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Don't forget to shun smuggling and always pay the correct duty. Let's endeavor to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation by striving to be compliant traders and patriotic citizens. See you same time next week. I still remain your anchor, Hafsat Oreme Ibrahim, saying bye-bye.